You bought your Ryobi 40-volt weed eater and you think it's great until you have to remove this head. This thing is horrible to remove. It's a terrible design, and I hope you had your Wheaties the day that you need to turn this off, because you know what? This thing is tight, and if you haven't had your Wheaties, find someone who has to help you. Today I'm going to show you how to upgrade this weed eater head so you won't have any problems ever again with this terribly designed Ryobi weed eater head. The first thing you need to do is remove the head, and that's unfortunate because it's really challenging, but I'm going to show you a really easy way to remove this, and hopefully you're feeling strong. Get started upgrading your weed eater head on your Ryobi 40-volt weed eater. You do need to turn this head until this little slot lines up with the hole in the bottom of the weed eater, like that. With these two holes lined up, we're going to take an Allen key and slot that in. Now that we have the Allen key inserted into the base, I'm going to turn this around a little bit, and we're going to turn everything clockwise. That includes this base piece here. It might be easier to remove the top of the head first, but we're going to do this together. So we're going to hold it, and then turn everything, and loosen it off. What we're going to be replacing it with is this bump feed head here. This is from HIPAA, and this thing is awesome. I've got this in one of my other weed eaters. Works very similarly, where it will release string as you're using it with the bump feed. But threading this thing is so much easier, and it's so much easier to turn than the stupid Ryobi one, which got a little knob on the bottom, like this thing here, which is really difficult to turn. And once it starts to get beaten up, it's really difficult to see the arrows sometimes. And this thing is starting to get worn down, so I can't even turn it. Even with the tool, it starts to slip on this. This head just sucks. This new head comes with many attachments. It's going to allow you to attach this to different string trimmers. So it's not just going to be for this Ryobi string trimmer. You can attach it to almost any string trimmer with all these different components down here. So you can add on extension pieces, then put different bits on so that you can get the perfect fit for whatever weed eater you're running. It's time to install the HIPAA bump feed head onto our Ryobi weed eater. But the issue we're having is this insert here is too large for our Ryobi weed eater. So we need to replace that. And the one that fits is the red piece that comes in the kit. So we need to install this into here. So to replace this silver piece here with this red thread here, we need to open this up. So hold the two buttons down on the side, one here and one on the corresponding side. Pulls the cap off, pull the string out, and you got access to replace this here. Pop silver piece out, you can pop the red one in. What I really like about this HIPAA weed eater is it's universal, so you can not only can you connect it to different string trimmers with different connectors, it also will work with weed eaters that spin anti-clockwise or clockwise. So you just have to flip this over depending on which weed eater you have, whether it spins clockwise or anti-clockwise. So we're ready to put this back together. We have our red thread in here, so we're going to slot this in here. We're going to put the spool in here, because this is a spool that can spin in both directions because it is for universal weed eaters. You want to make sure you have this the right way for this Ryobi. We're going to want the L that's written on this spool facing up. Thread this in like this. Put the cap back on. And then put the back plate on. And what you're going to do now is make sure that this rewinds the same way as the Ryobi. So to rewind the Ryobi, you hold the back plate here and you turn this clockwise. So let's make sure this rewinds. Turn this clockwise. And it does. Make sure the hole's lined up over here again. We'll put the Allen key in here. And we'll bring over our new head. And we're going to tighten this on. That's how to upgrade your Ryobi 40-volt weed eater to this HIPAA bump feed head. If you did like this video, make sure you check out this one here.